Alright, it's time for something completely different. This is Doki Doki Literature Club. Um, it's one of my favorite games of all time, and this series of videos is just going to be my perspective on it. I'm going to play through it the way that I like, and I'm going to point out things that I notice about its masterful storytelling and its design. This is going to be part gameplay, part video essay, sort of stream of consciousness sort of thing. I was originally not going to make videos about this at all, but I played through it a couple times. I watched Jesse Cox and Dodger play it, and I'm like, okay, I need to talk about this because it's such a multi-layered experience that it's phenomenal. I'm going to try to avoid spoilers, but I'm already very familiar with this game. So keep in mind that this isn't going to be a blind playthrough. I may mention things that are coming down later, or I may say things that I don't know. It would. I don't want to say play the game first and then watch, but just keep in mind that I'm not gonna keep everything close to the chest, so to speak. But the game is free, and it only takes about 4 hours, so if you do want to play through it a certain way, or if you want to play through it before watching this, it is free, you can try it yourself. If you want me to play through it a certain way, sorry, but this is my temple in response to my decree. You can try it yourself. You can also watch gameplay of it online. I really do recommend Jesse Cox and Dodger, because they have fun with it, and I'm going to try to have fun with it as well. I have played through it a few times, as you can see. Just a few. So let's start a new game. But first, I'm going to point something out. Do any of these young ladies look off to you in any way? I'll talk about that later, but just sort of look at them. I mean, it's hard not to, because they're right there. But one of them looks a little strange to me, and I'm just gonna say that. It might not show up very well on the footage, but you might be able to notice what I'm saying. One of them looks a little off. Anyway, let's look at the store page, because the store page is part of the game, believe it or not. I've written a review for it. It's really... I might as well... Well, I'll show you the review later. Okay, about this game. Hi, Monica here. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's always been a dream of mine to make something special out of the things I love. Now that you're a member, you can help me make that dream come true in this cute game. Every day is full of chit-chat and fun activities with all my adorable and unique club members. Sayori, the youthful bundle of sunshine, who values happiness the most. Natsuki, the deceivingly cute girl who packs an assertive punch. Yuri, the timid and mysterious one who finds comfort in the world of books. And of course Monica, the leader of the club. That's me. I'm super excited for you to make friends with everyone and help the Literature Club become a more intimate place for all my members. But I can tell already that you're a sweetheart. Will you promise to spend the most time with me? Heart. This game is not for children or those who are easily disturbed. This 100%, 110%. Big time. Don't ignore that. No way should you ignore that. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Also visit their store. I've spent about $50 at their store. And if you want the Doki Doki Literature Club fan pack, it's normally $10. I don't know how long the fan pack will be on sale. I imagine during the autumn. I'm recording this video at the end of November, on the 29th, 28th. So this might not be on sale anymore, but it's only $10. The game is free, and I really recommend that you support the creator because it's just amazing work. Anyway, let's go back to Doki Doki Literature Club and let's get started. My character already has a name, so unfortunately I can't change it. I would have liked to change it, but it is what it is. Let's start a new game for like the 7,000th time. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to We used to walk to a stool. It was just a stool in the middle of the road. Walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Now, let's see. Let's lower the music volume just a teensy bit. I still want it to be audible, but I want my voice to be audible the most. Okay. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. I just decided that's his voice. And that's my name, just random name. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. By the way, art direction, phenomenal. Sayori is the most expressive, and it's just amazing the work they did. I'm going to point out aspects of her design that are really cool. One immediate thing is tiny hands. That's mean, Mace. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. Okay, Sayori's design. Unkempt hair, bow, somehow. She has nice nails, I guess. But what I like is she's the only one who keeps her blazer open, and then she somehow managed to get her tie? I don't know what you would call this. But she's gotten that really nice, but she missed a button. Her shirt isn't ironed. I really like her design. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Squiggle. Wherever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with all other students making their daily commute. Look at all those students. By the way, Mace, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Wow. Way to be nice. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you're not going to learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're really happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. From what I gathered from Jesse and Dodger playing it, NEET means somebody who's just, sucks at life and isn't very social and socially awkward and terrible at everything. That made sense, yes. You trust me, right? Jeez. Don't look at me like that. Also, their eyes. All their eyes are really interesting in how they're designed. They look like Pokeballs. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you promise that you try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, even at least a little bit, even if it does exaggerate everything inside her head. Foreshadowing. There's so much foreshadowing. Also, exaggerate. That would be a great name for an execute or an executor. Anyway, the school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Maybe I should check all these blank pieces of paper, or that sponge. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait out for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. I can't. Jeez, whenever she makes that face, I laugh. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. The Doki Doki Literature Club, you might say. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Because plot, that's why. Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that one. I'm compiling a bunch of lines that I feel like they have like multiple layers. I wouldn't call this foreshadowing, but it's just sort of, I don't know, it intrigues me. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yeah, let's go! More blank pieces of paper. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. I guess that's the good enough voice for her. Sayori always says nice things about you. Alright. So for this young lady, who also seems to have like a shirt that may be too small or missed a button or something, this is my temple in response to my decree.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Okay. Mace, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. ... Alright. You watch yourself. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of the pretty cute girls. Awooga. Alright.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry? Natsuki.
Humph.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Or she's just short? Like, that's a possibility. Short people exist. But, whatever. She's also she's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear. Oh, you can just ignore her if she gets moody. And turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yuri seems to have passed out or something. Or she's, praying to whatever she's holding in her hand. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Oh, do I already know Monica? Yeah. Ah, okay. That's right. It's great to see you again, Mace. Come on. Hello. Can I not take a screenshot? Oh, that's interesting. I'm trying to take a screenshot, but I can't. Let's do print screen instead. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I think I got it. It's great to see you again, Mace. Ah, okay. Monica smiles sweetly. Whenever she changes her pose like that, like everyone else sort of subtly changes their poses. Monica, like, wham! And her hair goes flying up. And it always startles me every time. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... you too, Monica. Come sit down, Mace. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? I need to be careful with Yuri because for some reason that gentle voice that I'm trying to give her tends to lapse into like a weird accent. I mean, I'm already giving Natsuki a weird accent. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling a little awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. I'm going to take a screenshot of the history there. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and the little pieces of chocolate are used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Yeah, well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. Yuri, I don't know what she's doing. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Oh, this is her icing. I turn the cupcake around my face, in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before? I think I already took a screenshot of that. Excuse me. Hiccups. I assume he's talking about like anime, because this is a trope. They're all tropes, but this is obviously a trope. Natsuki being a trope. Also, I noticed that things are like actually on the papers on the walls in this room.
Made them for you or anything.
Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. Not for you, you dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the oh, that's where she was. That's why she didn't have Cupquake. What's this? This thing back here. I assume it's something important. Like, the TARDIS. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you join... So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Okay, let's look at Monica... Crap, wrong button. It was this one. Let's look at Monica, since she's here. I noticed that she's, like, perfectly symmetrical. That's something I noticed right away. Like, her arms, boom, boom, down to the side. And the folds are almost perfectly symmetrical. Her ribbony thingy is almost perfectly symmetrical. Her hair, of course, can't be, but she's the one who has the most complicated hair thing. Everyone has something in their hair. She has a ridiculous bow, and her hair is probably the longest. Yeah, because it's in a ponytail, so if she had it down, it would be longer than Natsuki's. Yuri's, I mean. It would obviously be longer than Natsuki's. She also has her collar all the way up. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Yeah. Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Whoa. Monica really is a great leader. Oh, she's holding hands. Yuri also nods in agreement. Let's look at Yuri. Yeah, her hair is almost the longest. But if Monica's was down, hers would be the longest. Yuri almost has her collar done all the way up. And her bow is probably the best of all of them. That's it, really. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best.
You know it.
And now all the girls are in a row. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I really don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Mace, what kinds of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Natsuki's almost perfectly symmetrical. I haven't talked about her yet. She's almost symmetrical. Just like Monica, her arms are... The folds are very similar. She's not perfectly symmetrical. Did I already talk about her? Because I already pointed that out, and that her collar's all the way up. Yeah. She somehow manages to get all these ribbons in her hair. Especially that one. Whoop. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I think I already took a screenshot of that exchange, but... Foreshadowing. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, even if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki, puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems? Jeez. Got something in your eye there? This would work as like a full-fledged anime. It's only like 4 hours long. You could do it could be a mini-series. It would be cool to see like some of these things like animated, full-fledged, like the cupcakes.
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Nutsuki, yeah, sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. By the way, this music is phenomenal. Okay. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Oh, how can I do Alright. That was the sound of both of them making a question mark noise at the same time. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we can share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Dot dot dot. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Miss? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four of the girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Well, Yuri doesn't look that dejected. She's just like, huh? But that is the only time that Monica's eyes are not looking at you. So look at their faces. Only Monica's is looking directly at the camera. The other four are always tilted away, and they have to move their eyes to look at you. Monica moves her eyes to look away from you. They have to move their eyes to look at you. Just something I noticed. I'm sorry, I thought...
Humph. Humph, yes, I enunciate humph.
Mace. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club, and the crowd rises as one. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. No, actually, no.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be
Super pissed! Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess? Yeah, this is another point where Monica's face is pointed away, but her natural pose is to have everything facing you, and her eyes, so then she makes this pose, and she has to look at you, but this is her other pose. It's not, like, very common. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so that we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Mace, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Alright, yeah, Monica. Yeah! Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Mace, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Wolf. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica, the only one with an English name. Also, Monica's face is the smallest. Natsuki's head is probably the biggest, Sayori's second biggest, Yuri's is third biggest, and Monica's head is the smallest. That has nothing. She's the most proportional. She's the most... Oh, that's interesting. So Natsuki's kind of disproportionate. Her head's really big compared to her body. Sayori's sort of disproportionate. Yuri isn't quite as disproportionate. Her head's still kind of big. But Monica's the most sort of... I don't want to say average, but her head sort of is in proportion with the rest of her. way too much nitpicking here. Not really nitpicking, but just too much detail. Also, Natsuki's eyes match her hair. Yuri's eyes match her hair, but Monica and Sayori, their eyes don't match their hair. Nothing to do with anything. I'm just pointing out designs. The design aspect of things. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, this will be the end of the episode. I'm going to write the poem. It's time to write a poem. Pick the words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. And I'm going to point something out here. Do you notice anything missing from this page? Anything at all? Is there anything missing from this screen? Yeah. And this is kind of an interesting empty space, but that has nothing to do with anything. But there's definitely something missing down here. So depending on the words that you choose, for instance, kawaii, anything cute will spark Natsuki's interest. Anything sort of intellectual will spark Yuri's interest. But for Sayori's is different. Together, peaceful, tragedy. Oh, well, suicide goes for her. Anxiety goes for her. Childhood, embrace, broken. Oh, that's her. Whoops. Memories, fun. Crap. Cry. Lucky. Oh, nope. Jeez, right down the middle with all these. Sadness. I don't know. So depending on which words you choose, it'll go down a certain path. I want to go down the Sayori path. But I don't know. I know this will be Natsuki. Let's load. I already have a save state here. Okay, so adventure, that's Sayori. Sadness, Sayori. Grief is Sayori. Friends, Sayori. Music, clumsy. Amazing. Peace? Nope. That is Yuri. Nope. Nope. Okay. Awesome. Comfort. Bliss. Desire. Nope, that's not her. False. Hopeless. Rain cloud. Memories. Prayer. And happiness. Happiness, promise, probably childhood. Grief. There was one that pops out that is something I want to talk about. Summer. Where is it? Unrequited. That's her. Death. Romance. Childhood. What's a tone? Nope, that's her. Okay, that's Yuri. Doki Doki is going to be Natsuki. Beauty. Friends. Heaven Sent? No. Sadness. happiness, tragedy. No, that's for okay. Anime is going to be Natsuki. Cry, hopeless, depression, melody? No. What about eternity? No. Unstable, clumsy. Clumsy. Okay. That is definitely a Sayori route. Okay. We're going to leave it here. I'm going to... Can I oversave this one? Yes, overwrite that save. That's pretty much the same one. We're going down the Sayori route for this first half of the game because Sayori's path is the thing that inspired me to do this video in the first place. Because Sayori's path is, I think, the most interesting one. Yuri's is probably second most interesting, and Natsuki's is third most interesting. And I rank them like that, not because Natsuki's is bad. Natsuki's is good if you want to be surprised. Yuri's has a lot more sort of subtlety, but Sayori, you can see everything building, and that's why I want to do Sayori's first. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is part 1 of Doki Doki Literature Club. We're going to keep going. It's probably going to be 6 or 7 videos. We're down the rabbit hole. It's only going to get more and more weird from here. So, thanks for watching, and watch out.